Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. You are right, your girl is back. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for visiting, and hopefully you find a video that impacted your life one way or another. And if you're my old subscribers, you know that you're my G. Come on, thank you so much. Again, I want you guys to subscribe. I need to emphasize on this. A lot of you guys are watching the videos but you're not subscribing to the channel. What's going on? We're not even commenting like that. I want us to have a conversation. I want this channel to become a family, a strong old family that no force can pull down. Trust me, you want to join us because I talk about everything. We talk about faith walking. We talk about any daily topics that is out there. We talk about cultural stuff. We have fun. You know, I'm a child of God, but I mean, we're in the world. We have to have fun one way or another. You know that. But God comes first in everything. So today I have another topic for you that I feel like we can slice, we can dice, and we can digest it. How about we go into this topic? Lego. So what I want us to talk about today is one character in the Bible, one character that I particularly like, and that is the character of Esther. Esther's story really moved me. Esther, I call her Esther Ayaba. That is Esther the Queen in my language. So Esther Ayaba is very precious to me. I try to imagine, how did Esther actually go about being an orphan and becoming the queen? There are some certain characteristics that she has that I feel like you and I can learn from. So how do we become Esther in this now age? Esther is in the Bible. I think it goes from chapter 1 to up until 10, but I just want us to discuss about it. So how did Esther become the queen of Persia? Number one characteristic that I felt like Esther has is that despite her story, Esther made sure that she didn't let her history, she didn't let her brokenness, she didn't let her scars to define her. A lot of us, we haven't even gone through half of what Esther have gone through, and we've already taken it as if, oh my God, I have gone through hell and scatter, as if there is no more future. In which Esther didn't do that. Look how many things she went through. Esther had no parents. She lost her parents. She had to live with her niece, Mordecai. And at the same time, her people were taken away. She was taken away at one point, I believe, away even from her niece. Guys, she has been through so much. And because of all her history, Esther could literally be like yourself and myself and be like, I also cannot get to the top. I will just be at the bottom and limit herself. But she didn't. She was, what I see in Esther is that she's a person that works with positivity. Okay, I've had my past. Okay, I had my history. Okay, I may not belong because she doesn't belong to that land. She was a foreigner, a Jew. Yet, Esther was like, I will keep striving and I will keep on going. How many of us have the same view? How many of us feel like, oh my God, because I have my scars, I have my brokenness, I don't think I can attain that. I don't think I'm worthy of that. I don't think I can get to the top. I don't think I can become the president. I don't think I can get that promotion. A lot of us are like that. Yet, we need to learn from Esther because she picked that and she worked with positivity all through her life. That's what she did. Number two thing that you can learn from Esther is that Esther actually acted with boldness. For everything that she did, I saw boldness in it. There is a courage in it. And for you to have that courage, God has to be in your life. The funny thing is that Esther's the chapter, the story itself, it's very baffling to Christians because it's like God wasn't mentioned. But I saw that particular story as an act that shows you that even before you were made in your mother's womb, God had planned for you. And even if Esther hadn't acknowledged the name of God, you can tell that God was in her life. You can tell that God was working behind the scene. She was working courageously. She had faith. She didn't let fear overcome her. She walked in faith. How many of us can do that? You know, when they did the pageant, I mean, she knew that I don't even think, I believe that there will be so much more people that are beautiful than her. But God spotted that out. God chose her. She has been called. She was chosen from the beginning by God. And the thing is, she was able to act courageously. Even when you're chosen and you feel like the purpose God has chosen you for, you can't do it, the fear will overtake you. And that way you can't attain that purpose. In which, that's what I want to specify. Act in faith rather than in fear. Be courageous in God. We can only do all things through God that strengthens us. God strengthened Esther and she was able to do it. Number 3 that I feel like Esther has, she surrounded herself with a good mentor. Mordecai was a man of wisdom. Like, if you understand, a lot of us nowadays, we surround ourselves with people that are just going to diminish you. They are ready to limit you. They will be the one reminding you of your story. You want to go for that? Why should you go for that? You know you can't attend that. You shouldn't. Oh, that is not your league. What do you mean that is not my league? For the person that lives in me is greater than this world. So anything that I put my hands upon, I'm going to attain it. Mordecai was there. If you look at Mordecai and Esther, they worked together as a team. The Bible says for two cannot work unless they agree. They work together. They use God's wisdom. They plot everything and it works for their good. Surround yourself with people. Who are the people that surround you? Who are your advisors? There was a man in Esther, in the story of Esther, Haman, I think he is, yeah, Haman. And Haman was the one that was looking for the destruction of the Jews. Haman, if you look at it, when he went home, the people that advised Haman led him to destruction. But Mordecai was there. He was using God's wisdom. God was with them all the way through. Where and who are the people that you surround yourself with? Are they people that are going to elevate you? Are they people that are going to lift you up high? Are they people that are going to motivate you? Are they people that are going to inspire you, encourage you? Or are they people that are just there just to come and see you and mock you? Or come and bring down your spirit? Remember, the energy that you keep around you eventually will impact you one way or another. Good energy, they will bring positivity. Negative energy, they will bring your destruction. It's just as simple as that. So that is number 3. Number 4 thing that I see that Esther actually acted upon, she acted upon and put God first. She acted upon and put God first. Don't mind me. Esther put God first. In everything that she did, God was first. Remember, when Haman said he wants the Jews to be destroyed, Mordecai went down to Esther and Mordecai was like, okay, this is the situation. You are now the queen. How do you help the children of the Jews out? And Esther said to him, she was like, I can't do much because I can't go to the king chamber unless I have the royal request. I don't have it. She firstly had the fear. But if you remember, when Mordecai was like, do you know what? If you won't do it, God will raise someone else. She said, no. Tell the Jewish to pray. You yourself also fast and pray. I will go in. I will go with boldness. Look at the statement that she made. And if I perish, I perish. We have not even perished. It's only that we fail one thing, though. Because we failed, we feel like there is no God. She said, if I perish, I perish. That means that could be the end of Esther. Because the result is death. Yet she was ready to go. How many of us can rise and actually go with boldness? But before you can do that, you need to put God first. God has to be your number one. God has to be our main focus. That prayer session, I know even if she hadn't prayed, I feel like God already had their back anyway, either way. But I think the prayer is in support, is agreeing with the purpose of God in our life. It's like, God, I am ready to go. So now I need you. I need your backup plan. How many of us put God first? Even though this is the 4th thing that I'm saying, I actually believe that it should have been the first but I'm saying it in the line of the story of Esther. That's how she acted in the whole story. You know, she was firstly an orphan. From an orphan, she was made a queen. From a queen, she worked with Mordecai. She prayed and then she was able to break down their enemy. That is the number 5. When God is in everything that you do, you will have victory over your enemy. For the funny thing is that your enemy will be the one that will celebrate with you. Look at how Haman was used to elevate Mordecai. Mordecai now became the second to the king. Took over the role of Haman. Haman was killed. If God is in your plan, nothing can hold you back. I just want to share that with you. How to become Esther. There are some characteristics in there. Esther was not prideful. She was not a prideful woman. Esther moved with fearlessness. There was no fear in her. She was not prideful even when she became a queen. She became a queen and she wasn't prideful. God was with her every other way. How many of us are the characteristic of Esther? Let's check ourselves. That's just a little something that I wanted to share with you today. Remember, just reflect. Reflect during this time. Remember, God loves you, love thyself, and spread the love to others. I'm your girl, you are mine, and until next time, I will share much more things with you. See you.